Let's go. Are you kidding me? Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today, we have found ourselves in Stanton, Michigan on another just unnecessarily cold morning here in Michigan. We are checking out Big Chuck, a brand new course put in here just last year. I'm really excited to get this round going, so hang out, stay for a while, and let's go toss some plastic. And we've made it to hole 1 at Big Chuck. I can already tell you guys it's really nice to see some good tee signs. There's a trash can and a broom, all here on hole 1. Absolutely amazing. We're starting off with a nice and simple 189 feet dead straight. Hopefully we can get an ace run on hole 1, and we are going with the Envy. Oh, that was a rough, cold throw, but we have a nice and easy putt. Really ugly drive, but it did get the job done. Hole 2, it's 178 feet. There are 2 pin locations. It looks like we are playing the shorts today. A really slight ante the whole way. We are going with our 90s Stingray. Come back. All right, I think that worked out all right. For only being 12 feet away, we've definitely given ourselves the worst lie possible, but I am gonna try to thread this needle for the 2. Oh, nice. Hole 3, 248 feet. We have that tree up there in the middle of the fairway. You wanna go inside of that or outside of that. I'm gonna try to go outside of it with the splice, hopefully play for a big skip shot. Oh, skip good. Really nice skip. I'm happy with that. For the 2, there is something so satisfying about an awesome skip shot. Shout out to my buddy Brian. He's the king of skip shots. Sometimes we question how intentional they were, but if it's a 300-foot hyzer shot, his disc is hitting the ground at like 90 feet and he's gonna park it. It's absolutely ridiculous. One thing that is already setting Big Chuck apart from a lot of courses is how much character it has. Just standing here, we have a basket on a keg. We have this really awesome alien spray paint artwork. And then right over here, we have a completely real Bigfoot just taking a nap on a tree. I mean, I don't know what else you want from this course, but this is so cool. Hole 4, 162 feet. You want to go dead straight with a strong right finish, but it looks like there is a backdoor hyzer lane for the ace run, which we are going to do with the Rhino. Oh, well, we caught a tree. Kind of expected that one. We've left ourselves another thread the needle putt, probably about 30 feet. This would definitely be a cool one to hit for the 2. All right, nice start. Hole 5, 288 feet. Shout out to this awesome graffiti art. We do want to hug the right side of this fairway. We are going to go with the Discraft Breeze. Oh, we caught the tree in the middle of the fairway. After our tree kick there, we have left ourselves a long one, probably about 55, 60 feet for the 2. Oh, that's really bad. Oh, there, yep, hit the tripod. For the par. Yep, that'll do, that's perfect. Hole 6, 165 feet, dead straight. Hopefully this course does open up a bit more. These holes are a lot shorter than I thought. Oh, never had the height. Should be a nice and easy putt though. This putt is actually much trickier than I thought with this big tree in the way, and the basket is suspended on a chain, which is always fun. In fact, why not? We have about 21 feet for the 2. Oh, dang it. For the 3. Hole 7, it's only 159 feet. It has about 412 guardian trees up there. It looks like you can go with this flick shot with a very overstable disc, or kind of a high hyzer shot, also with a very overstable disc. I'm gonna go with the hyzer shot with our splice. Oh my, dang, dang. Well, we did manage to cut the hole in half at least. We still have probably a 65-foot big Annie putt for the 2. We are gonna go with our P Waka Waka. Oh, nice shot. Hole 8, 460 feet. So we did find ourselves a long one. I'm not sure where the basket is. I don't know if I want to go for a big Annie shot or try to hug this right lane on a hyzer. I think I'm going to try to run the hyzer with our champion boss. Fight back. All right, we caught a tree, but I still think we got up there quite a ways. I definitely would have loved to see a full flight out of that, but not the worst tree kick in the world. We still have this tight Annie shot, probably around 110 feet for the 2. Should be a tap in. Really nice approach shot there. Hole 9, 252 feet, par 4, slightly downhill the whole way, and a strong Annie, so we are gonna go with the breeze. All right, we definitely are way short, but it was a good Annie shot. We did end up in the rough over here, but we do have a nice Annie putt lane, probably about 50 feet for the 2. Oh, for the 3. Hole 9 break, and today I'm going to finish up that string of stories from Hammond Hill. While playing a course that was kind of out in the middle of nowhere, I found a Tractor Supply and I went there to stay the night. This Tractor Supply had this perfect little shipping and receiving lot in the back of the store, and it was just the ideal sleeping spot. Like I said, no one around, kind of in the middle of nowhere, and I wake up bright and early to get ready to go film, and I am hearing a bunch of kids around my van. I peek out the window of Greta, and sure enough, the back of that Tractor Supply was the pickup lot for a kindergarten class. That is not a joke. And as soon as I peeked out the window, I see a mother look at me, and she looks down and she's like, "See, honey, this is why we go to school. You don't want to end up like that guy who just woke up in his van behind a Tractor Supply." And hey, I don't blame her. Not many people are really shooting for waking up in a Tractor Supply parking lot, but needless to say, it was one of the most uncomfortable situations I've ever been in. I slowly shut the shade, even though, you know, I was caught, you know what I mean? And then I just kind of slid up to that driver's seat, fired the van up, back off, and I was out of there. Needless to say, guys, very, very, very uncomfortable situation here at Tossing Plastic. Hole 10, it's only 166 feet, but it is an absolute meat hook left. This line is a lot sharper than it looks from that camera angle over there, and we are gonna try to do a skip shot with our scepter. Oh, come on, man. That was a really good skip shot. Well, unfortunately, our skip shot got absolutely denied there. We have probably 62 feet left, tight lane to make a putt. Oh no. That's really tricky. For the par, hole 11, it says 241 feet and the long is 387. Guys, it doesn't look like it's either of those. I would guess this is somewhere in the middle, but I could be wrong. I am gonna go with the Kotuku. It is downhill, sharp hyzer shot. The basket is perched up on a rock. Oh, big skip. I'm really curious where we ended up. Really nice drive by the Kotuku. This is not an easy hole. What do you guys think of the new sweatshirt? I am pretty excited about this. I wanted to keep it nice and simple, and I might even sell a few for 19 easy payments of $49.95. I know that is just a steal, so make sure you jump on it while supplies lasts. Hole 12, 525 feet. I think the basket is just dead straight. There's a ton of swamp in front of us. There's a big hyzer lane and a long dead straight ante lane. I want to take the ante lane, but I'm not sure how far up that swamp goes. So we are going to play it safe and go with the hyzer. We are going to send our champion boss. Hyzer, get over the tree. Ooh, we hit the very top of that little pine tree down there. Hopefully it didn't take too much distance out of our shot. Really good drive there. We only have about 120 feet left of the basket. It is a nice little hyzer shot, so we are gonna go with the Kia. Oh, not a bad run. For the 3. Hole 16, this is a tricky one. 277 feet. You want to hang straight for a long time with a left finish. It does go downhill at the end of the path, but it is a very low ceiling off the tee pad, so you really have to commit to your shot to make sure you can get the distance that low. We are going with the hex. Oh boy, I knew this one was gonna be tough. That was horrendous. Well guys, really bad shot, horrible lie, not the best camera angle, you hate to see it. We do have something to work with though, with a turnover sidearm shot, and I'm gonna be completely honest, I just threw my hex on a turnover sidearm and it was one of the best I've ever done, and I forgot to hit record. So we're gonna try it with the breeze, but I do wanna bring the camera up there and see where we landed. That'll work, but it didn't have the height. Well, there's the hex. It was an amazing shot, but it is an absolute terrible lie, so I'm not too mad. We're doing the long putt from the breeze. Well, the breeze did get us in putting position. That's all we could have asked for from that situation. It is a long one though, probably around 80, 85 feet downhill for the 3. Come on. Oh my goodness, that was so close. For the 4. Ugh, for the 2. Oh no, dang it. Hole 17, we have another bomber hole. It looks like it's at the 432 foot pin location, and the last 50 of it or so is way uphill. Very hard pin to get to. We are gonna do a full bomb with our champion boss. Oh, it's going right into that tree. Get around it, fight through. Man, we keep just barely clipping trees, so we're not getting our full distance. Still a really good shot though. This drive did make it up here a bit farther than I thought, but it has left us a very tricky, probably 70, 75 foot, way uphill, sidearm little flick shot. I am gonna go with the Kia because we want a little more left turn before we crash back. Let's go. Are you kidding me? Let's go. Let me tell you something, guys. Fall time in Michigan is one of the most beautiful things that you will ever see, one day a week. The other 6 days are like this. It's like 47 degrees out, overcast, gloomy, and rainy. That's how it's been the last 4 days and how it's gonna be the next 5 days. It's pretty miserable. It's not the most enjoyable. I love Michigan, but it's definitely time to go somewhere else. If you guys have any recommendations, make sure to let me know. I'm not gonna go too far west. I just don't really have the money for that. Garetta's not the best on gas mileage, but anywhere directly south of Michigan, make sure you let me know. And rounding off Big Chuck Disc Golf Course in Stanton, Michigan. We have a 245-foot shot. It goes downhill quite a bit at the end, and you either want to finish left or right because there's a big bush right in front of the basket. Hopefully, we can keep the excitement from hole 17, roll it through 18, and end on a good note. I'm going to go with a soft NB. I'm not sure what kind of putt we're gonna have on that. Well, here's this guardian bush I was telling you guys about. I kind of think this might be at the long pin location. Seemed a little longer than 240 to me. The basket's in an awesome spot on the rock. It definitely has a little lean to it. Hopefully we can knock down this 33-footer to end on a good note. Oh, of course we can't. Of course we can't. Dang it. And that wraps up today's video at Big Chuck in Stanton, Michigan. And right away, guys, this course checks a lot of boxes that most don't. Character at this course is absolutely amazing. They have all these goofy Bigfoot cutouts, the really cool alien spray paint art. It is definitely one that you don't want to miss. And being a brand new course, it has, you guessed it, brand new tee pads, tee signs, baskets, and each hole has its own broom and trash can. You cannot put into words how amazing that is. I wish more courses would do that, but I understand that the brooms tend to disappear and can break pretty quickly. This course has a good mixture of short and long holes. They are mostly short though, technical woods, Michigan disc golf style holes, which I'm perfectly okay with because they are not boring and they're not repetitive. And then every once in a while, you'll have big monster holes sneak up on you where you really get to air the disc out and test the arm. Big Chuck is an amazing course for both a local and a traveler coming through. It is a ton of fun, guys. I've been pleasantly surprised, so I just highly recommend that you come check this course out. Even down to the signage in between holes is very clear. There's no question of where you're going or what you're doing at this course, and as always, it has this beautiful Michigan scenery. Guys, I'm gonna give Big Chuck the very solid score of 9.2. It's only missing a few things like elevation and those other top tier aspects, but it doesn't matter. Big Chuck is an absolute blast for anyone that wants to come and play it. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Now it's your turn to go toss some plastic.